So, Donna, we're going to have a wonderful advanced training with you in October this year. And I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit about um, sensory excitation. So I see that in most trainings and workshops, the Feldenkrais method is mostly taught as a somatic movement approach and somatic learning method. But how do you implement sensory excitations and emotions in ATM and FI?
I think that sensory excitation and emotional integration is part of every lesson. Whether people understand what they're doing or not, it's inherent in the relationship and in the learning of the lesson. What we're going to do in this workshop is we're going to highlight how it's happening and what's happening so practitioners can choose more clearly the kind of excitation that they want to create with that person based on what they know of the person and what they know would be useful. So excitation, if you think about it as waves, just excitation with waves in the nervous system. So that's happening all the time. So we often calm the nervous system down, calm the person down so that they can be more available to learning and so that we can also disturb the patterns, the habits that are going on in the nervous system. So we slow things down, but then we want to create modulation. So sometimes we want to create peaks in excitation or calmness. And that's part of understanding how state regulation pertains to emotional regulation, self-observation, and even learning how to do something new. If you look at children, they're excited, a lot. And they're learning so much, every few minutes it's a new perspective, it's a new sensation. Well, adults have the same learning process going on, but we become very unaware of it. So with the material that I've selected for this particular workshop, we're going to really experience what it means to manipulate the excitation of the nervous system and how it pertains to self-image, emotional integration, and learning. And because we're going to be working with the carriage of the head and the teleceptor, these eyes, ears, mouth, tongue, all of these things have to do with how we're seen by others and how we see ourselves and how we orient in the world around us. So with the perturbation of this aspect of ourselves, we can very subtly create this kind of difference in people. And it makes such a big difference so quickly. I think people are going to be really excited and thrilled with the material.